Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. As you can see from the title, we are back again with yet another review. And in today's review, we have a very special pair of shoes to take a look at. So much so that I actually saved the unboxing for the video itself. Normally I do unbox them and have a quick peek before I actually get on camera. But given how special this one is, I decided to save it for you guys. So huge thank you to everyone who came through to watch this review. But I don't want to make this intro any longer than it needs to be. So sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and dive straight into this video. So without any further ado, just diving straight into this one. I haven't undone anything just yet, so I'm just going to be opening everything for the very first time. If I say something wrong or if I make any mistakes, I do apologise. You know, this is all very new to me. But as you can see, unfortunately, we had to order these from the only place that is actually stocking them, which is Offspring. Now, if you know me, you know what my relationship is like when it does come to Offspring. We have a very much love-hate relationship. I hate them, and I'm sure there's no love on their part either. But either which way, I had to support Franklin, and I had to support the King of Trainers, so either which way, I had to get them for the channel, so shout out to Franklin. Now, inside the box, we do have, as you can see, the Ellesse shoebox, so I'm just going to pop this down here for the second. And here it is. So with this one, we do have this really nice clean white box with the Ellesse branding towards the bottom. Take a good look at it. That's what it should look like. Now, we do also have some Ellesse branding in other areas of the shoe as well. But if we do just take a quick look at the label, which reads, we have the Tanker Cupsole, and it's in a blue colourway. And this is a UK size 9, as it is a personal pair. So get a good look at that. That's what the size label should look like. Do actually really like the plain aesthetic look of the box itself. Definitely a really nice design. And then we have the receipt there. You don't want to see that. Inside the box, we have this really nice Ellesse tissue paper. I may actually make some mistakes throughout this review. I normally call it Ellesse. Other people call it Ellesse. I'm going to try and say it the right way, but if I do say Ellesse, just bear with me. And then underneath all of that tissue paper, here we have the kicks. So let's go ahead and just dive straight into the shoes. So without any further ado, the moment we've all been waiting for, in hand we have the King of Trainers Ellesse collaboration. And honestly, I'm so gassed for the King of Trainers that he's finally got these out. I remember when we actually interviewed the King of Trainers on the SWO podcast, and he actually talked to us about these. But actually seeing them in hand now, buying them from a retailer for him, I'm honestly super gassed for him, and I just genuinely, you know, wanted to show my support and actually pick these up and bring you guys my detailed review. Now, I'm not sure if these are still available on the Offspring website. If they are, I will make sure to link it in the description box below, along with some videos that I actually do feel like are actually worth watching. I spent a little bit of time just getting myself acquainted with the backstory for the release and getting to know, you know, the King of Trainers story in a little bit more detail. So all the videos that I watched that definitely added a lot of value for me and definitely was actually a really enjoyable watch will all be in the description box, along with the purchase link if there is any left over for this shoe. Now, if you know me, you know how uncomfortable I am holding two shoes at once. So even though this is a two-tone colour combination, I will show you both in detail, and I will show you everything that you need to know from materials through to sizing. So hopefully by the end of this video, you can decide for yourself if this is actually a worthwhile pickup. So just diving straight into this one, starting out with the upper to begin with. And first things first, to avoid any confusion, yes, this is the exact same pair of shoes, just with two different colours from the left to the right foot. So with the right foot, we do get that dark navy colour, whereas with the left foot, we do have a much lighter blue to add a really nice contrasted look. Now, when it comes to the materials, both the left and the right foot do use the exact same material, so I'm just going to say it once so we don't have to keep repeating it. Now, when it comes to the build for this one, we do get this really interesting, soft yet rough suede, actually making up the vast majority of the upper of the shoe itself. Now, this is the very first pair of Ellesse, sneakers or trainers I've ever reviewed on the channel. So it's got to be said that I'm actually really surprised by the overall quality of materials. Franklin definitely did a great job when it came to like the overall detailing of the material side of things, because I wasn't expecting it to be too premium, especially at the price point as well of £100. They definitely delivered. I feel like the overall quality of the materials is actually really nice. It has like a two-tone variation to it, not just in the colorway, but in the actual materials as well. As if you run your finger across it, it does slightly change color, which I thought was a really, really great touch for this one. And I just feel like looking at the shoes, obviously the colorway is probably the most polarizing point of the shoe itself. Now, to add a little bit of depth and like not to think that this is crazy or just like a what the vibe, this shoe is actually inspired by Boris Becker's Wimbledon jacket from 1985. Now, if you just take a quick look at these pictures, you can see that when he's being awarded the championship, he is wearing a light blue and navy coloured jacket. And with that, we have the inspiration behind this release. Now, there is a little bit more to get into it as we move throughout the rest of the review. But I will be honest, this probably shouldn't work, but seeing it in hand and seeing how rich these colours are and how nice the suede is as well, for some reason, for me at least, it's just working really well, and I'm definitely pleased with the overall look so far. But if we then actually just jump back into some more of the details, now starting with the right foot to begin with, in the middle of the midfoot, we do get that Ellesse branding done in this really interesting rubber material, whereas on the medial side of the shoe, it's just been left completely plain, and that's the exact same with the left foot as well. As with the left foot, you do again see that Ellesse branding or Ellesse branding, again done using that rubber material, whereas with the medial side, again left completely plain. As we then continue to work our way even further back the shoe and actually work our way onto the heels, as you can see, we do have these alternating dates. So with the left foot, we do have 1985 in that navy colour, whereas with the right foot, we do actually have 1995 in that lighter blue colour to match the left foot. And then just underneath that, on both of these shoes, we do again see that Ellesse logo or Ellesse logo. Again, just bear with me. Now, the dates that we do actually see on the back of both of these shoes are actually pretty significant. As we've already covered, 1985 is when Boris Becker won his first Wimbledon championship, whereas in 1995, he actually lost in the finals, and Franklin's mum was absolutely devastated. So again, it was a really significant date they wanted to include for this release. I think the alternating dates, especially with the alternating colours, definitely ties the shoes in together really nicely. Probably of everything on the shoe, my favourite touch, so definitely love how that looks. And then we can also see those same alternating dates on the tongue tabs. So on the right foot we have that 1995 as well as on the insole as well, and with the left foot we have 1985 on the tongue tab and again on the insoles as well, so tying itself in together really nicely. From there, as we then circle our way back into the centre of the shoe, again we do see the same colour combination for the laces. So with the right foot we have that navy colour, and on the left foot we have that light blue colour, and the laces do actually feel a little bit waxy, which is definitely really nice. Now unfortunately I didn't get the friends and family purse, so I didn't get the gold laces, which to be honest, I'm not much of a lace swapper, but I definitely feel like it would be something I would do for the shoe to kind of tie itself together even better. But I think this lace option is pretty good as well, but if I can get a set of those gold laces, I'm definitely not complaining. And then just to add an even more premium feel to the shoe itself, with both of these shoes you do actually get a leather sock liner. I don't know what it is about a leather sock liner, but for me it adds so much value. It just makes the shoe feel so much more premium. And to be honest, there's not a bunch of padding in here. It actually does feel a little bit stiff around the heel, but I feel like having worn this around the house briefly, I didn't notice any issues, and I feel like that, you know, that leather sock liner just adds so much that I'm definitely not going to complain about it. And then from there, as we do work our way back onto the outside of the shoe, when it comes to the midsole, I'm not exactly sure what the actual cushioning system is. It feels like rubber around the forefoot and rubber around the heel, with the cushioning system actually peeking out there in the middle. I don't know what it is, to be completely honest. It feels fine. It feels a little bit stiff. Maybe that'll break in over time. It feels like pretty old tech, to be completely honest. And then if we do just swap over to the outsole, again, we do see that same two-tone colour combination with the Ellesse branding, and the overall design is exactly the same on both shoes. So again, very, very nice indeed. Now, when it does come to the sizing for these, I gotta say that I didn't know what to expect, so I just went true to size. I'm very glad that I did. I feel like true to size was definitely the best fit for me. It's a little bit snug, but kind of in a good way. I don't think I would have liked a half size, but I feel like there'd be a bit too much room in there. So if you are looking for any sizing suggestions, I personally would say going true to size is probably going to be your best bet. And then outside of that, we pretty much covered everything that you need to know from materials through to sizing. So if we now just go ahead and just wrap up this video. So just to wrap up this video, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, to give these a rating, I'm going to say that these are a pretty solid 7 out of 10. I'd love to get your guys' opinion on this one as well. So what do you think of my rating? What do you think about this shoe? And also I do want to say, if you do want to check out King of Trainers, check out his Instagram, check out his YouTube channel, and I will leave all the links in the description box below. But for the time being, again, leave all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you have stuck around to this point in the video, I just want to say a massive thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video, and I hope to see you all again in the next one.